You made it to the airport. Congrats! This is where the real adventure begins. But for first-time flyers, navigating the airport can feel like a whole new world. In this video, we'll talk about what to do step by step from check-in to boarding your flight, so you can feel confident and stress-free. And for those of you who missed part 1, where I shared tips for preparing for your flight before you arrive at the airport, check out the link in the description box below. All right, let's dive in. Hey beautiful people, I'm Krystian. Thank you for joining me for another video. You've made it to the airport. Now you've got a few options for what to do with your luggage. Look for the name of your airline to find the entrance nearest to your airline's check-in counter. You'll want to get dropped off there. If you already checked in online, you can check your luggage curbside for a fee before you head into the terminal. The attendants will make sure your luggage makes it on the plane, and you can head straight to the security checkpoint. You can also head inside the terminal and take your luggage to the baggage drop counter, and there you can drop off your luggage with an agent. If you haven't checked in yet, you've got two options. Once you're inside the terminal, you can check in at the self-check kiosk or head to the desk and check in with an agent. At the self-check kiosk, you'll need your passport, the credit card you used to pay for your reservation, or your record locator or confirmation code to pull up your reservation and check in. I always print out a paper boarding pass at the airport, as well as add the boarding pass in my airline app and my wallet app on my phone. If you have a connecting flight, you'll get 2 paper tickets, so be sure to hold on to both of those. You can also check in directly at the counter with an agent. You'll need your passport or ID or your record locator to pull up your information. They'll weigh your luggage, print out a paper boarding pass, and give you a baggage claim tag. It's normally put on the back of your boarding pass. I always take a picture of mine just to have peace of mind in case I lose my paper boarding passes. Remember, it could be a little bit more expensive to check your baggage at the airport than online. After you check in, head straight to the baggage drop counter to drop off your luggage. Keep in mind that there are check-in cutoff times, normally about 45 minutes to an hour for a domestic flight and sometimes 90 minutes for an international flight. So be sure that you get there at plenty of time so that you're not rushed and that you don't miss check-in. Now that your luggage is checked in, the next stop is the security checkpoint. Things can be a little intimidating here if you're not prepared. You'll need to show your ID or passport and your boarding pass before you enter the security line. Take off your shoes, coats, and belts and place them in the bin. Have your liquids, laptop, and electronics ready. Take those out of your bag and put them in a bin at security. And remember that your liquids need to be in a clear 1-quart bag, and they can be no larger than 3.4 ounces each. Remember that you cannot have bottles of water go through the security checkpoint with you. Take out your larger electronics like your laptop, tablet, or large camera and place those in a separate bin. Place your phone, ID, and boarding pass inside your personal item or your carry-on before you go through security. Things like your wallet, chunky jewelry, and belts should go in your personal item too. Also, small things like jewelry, phones, and wallets are easily left behind. These small items are easier to steal as well. Empty your pockets. Anything in your pockets could actually set off the alarms and require additional security screening. Wait until you see all of your items go into the security scanner before you move on to the body scanner. The security agent will direct you to step into the body scanner or use a handheld screening wand for additional screening. Once you've finished body screening, remove your items from the security belt and use the benches or tables at the end of the line to pack your things and put on your shoes. Now that you've passed security, the first thing I always do is find my gate. I always check the arrivals and departures board to see if my gate has changed. The gate number is always printed on your boarding pass, but sometimes there are changes if there are maintenance issues or delayed flights, and the gate that you're leaving from will change. And I actually like to physically go to my gate before I do anything else, just to make sure I know where it is and to try to time out my journey to get there, especially if I'm in an unfamiliar airport. After you've confirmed your gate, feel free to shop and get a snack or hang out in the lounge. One thing I recommend that you do now is fill up your water bottle or buy a bottle of water or some snacks before you head to the gate. If you're on a longer flight, I would also recommend maybe buying a light meal and making sure you're full before you get on the plane so that you can feel relaxed and also have something that you enjoy to eat on the plane with you while you're traveling. Boarding usually starts 30 to 50 minutes before departure for domestic flights and 45 to 60 minutes before departure for international flights. If you have extra time, consider going to a lounge if your airline or credit card offers access. They normally have snacks, drinks, and comfortable seating. Some even have showers and luggage storage. Most airports have information desks and directories to help you get around, so you can find restaurants and shops. For longer layovers, check to see if your airport has amenities like sleeping pods, spas, or even museum exhibits. Many airports offer free Wi-Fi. Be sure to use a VPN to keep your data safe. Keep an eye on the arrivals and departures screen for changes to your gate or departure time. Once you arrive at your gate, listen for announcements from your gate agent about changes to your flight or gate checking your luggage. If you're asked to gate check your luggage, you'll drop it off at the end of the jet bridge and pick it up at baggage claim. Once you arrive at the gate, listen up for the gate agent to call your boarding group. Boarding generally starts with pre-boarding. Passengers who need additional assistance, families with small children, and active duty military members are allowed to board at this time. First class and premium cabin passengers board next, followed by elite frequent flyer status passengers and credit card holders. Next, main cabin passengers are allowed to board by group number. You can find your group number printed on your boarding pass. When your group number is called, you'll show the gate agent your ID, scan your boarding pass, and head down the jet bridge. 10 to 20 minutes before departure time, the gate agent will make a final boarding call. At this time, any passengers who are not on the flight can board regardless of their group number. If you miss final boarding call, your seat may be reassigned to a standby passenger, even if you did check in. Once you're on board, find your seat, stow your carry-on, and settle in. Don't be afraid to ask the flight attendant for help if you need help finding your seat. To make your day go smoother, consider getting TSA PreCheck, Global Entry, or Clear to make passing airport security faster and easier. And there you have it. With these tips, making it through the airport will be a breeze. Look out for part 3, where we'll talk about what to do once you get on the plane. Share your own airport tips in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Safe travels, and I'll see you all soon.